Okay, hello. I have been playing a lot of Rivals the past 2 days, this morning and yesterday, and here are my early thoughts on it, right? So, my early thoughts are Triple Tank is now incredibly broken. Because Penny heals her entire team, speed boosts everybody, locks down the point, so she's a good third tank. Every tank in the game makes a good third tank. Rogue can just, if you do triple tank, you give Rogue the ability to just DPS the entire time, and she goes crazy style. Rogue, by the way, incredibly good. I have won more games on Goats or triple tank than I have on triple support or 222. I think triple tank is crazy strong this season just because all the tanks are super strong. But that's not really a problem for me. I think it's counterable. I think it's fun. This season has been really fun so far. I hope it gets more fun. I hope it's, especially with all the winter events. No, looking at all the winter events and everything that are coming out, the Jeff game mode is coming back. This season is going to be super, super fun. My only fears are, one, Rogue is going to be so meta, and not even like because she's broken. She's just so versatile, and she's fun, and she's good, and I think everything that I'm saying is good, right? And it's her season, let her be busted. It drives hype towards the game that the new character's really good. It's just good for the game to have a good character come out. My biggest problem with balance so far is Ultron, if I'm going to be honest. I can't remember what I was saying. Yes, Ultron's drone giving the ability to give a second drone and that damage boost. I hadn't watched any of the early access stuff, so I didn't realize that Ultron's drone right click only boosted one person at a time, so that kind of balanced him. But the ability to AFK healing and then just DPS whenever you want, well, not whenever you want, you AFK heal, and now that you have two drones, you kind of heal your entire team. Because if this healing effect stacks, then it's not super noticeable. But you just kind of AFK heal everybody. You can primary heal certain people if you want. It is what it is. And then you just DPS. It adds to my fear that DPS is not worthwhile playing. Because, right, if I'm playing 3 supports, there should be no reason to play DPS. And then if you're playing 2 tanks and you're not playing Rogue already, play Rogue. If you're playing 2 tanks, and you're not playing Thor, or you're not playing Penny, or you're not playing, what's the other one? Emma? All of these people are good off tanks. They do crazy damage. I don't think there's a very big incentive to play DPS right now. And that is my only problem going into this season so far, because I've won more game. Our team has succeeded more the less DPS are on it. We completely controlled a team on triple tank, triple support using goats, completely dominated them, and then my team decided we're going to swap off of this because now we're on attack, and we did so bad, and nobody would swap back to triple tank and triple support. No one would do it. Like, literally, we were dominating them. They barely moved the cart, and we couldn't move the cart 30 meters because we got off of it, and they had gotten on to solo tank triple heals, right? Solo tank Penny triple heals. The biggest problem was Wolverine grabbing us and dumping us into Penny mines, but you know how that would have been helped by? If you have a third tank, then they can't really do anything because they had one person playing Iron Fist who got darn near 0 kills and was just kind of a pest on point. Their Wolverine was the problem, but if we had 3 people, even if Wolverine's attacking us the entire time and not constantly shoving us into penny mines, we have 3 supports, we can just out-heal it, right? But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the less DPS I have on my team, at least in my casual games, the more I see success. And I don't think that's good for the game. Because why would I play a DPS? If I'm not playing Gambit, I should play Gambit instead of DPS. He has damage boost for himself on command. He has self-sustain on command. He has team util on command, and he essentially has a team damage boost, a damage boost for everybody on his team on command. Because when you anti-heal, like if you anti-heal the tank, they're getting healed less, so you're doing more damage, quote unquote. Not exactly, but it's kind of how it tends to work out. So like, yeah, why would you play a DPS over Gambit? And then Invis is still super strong, and why would you play a DPS over Loki? You could just Loki DPS and still have the runes for your team, or Loki heal and let your Gambit DPS, or Loki heal and let your Sue DPS. Like, the strategists are so good and so versatile, and the tanks are also becoming so good and so versatile that honestly I don't, in my games, at least at my rank and in my games, I'm just still in Diamond right now. That's typically, I peak anywhere from Diamond to GM2, so like that's where I end my seasons typically. So in those games, the less DPS that are on my team, the more often I win. We'll play triple tank with 2 supports and we'll win, but I lose almost every game in 2-2-2. Even if I'm on support or if I'm on tank, it doesn't really matter. In 2-2-2, I typically lose, and in triple, either triple support or triple tank, I win. We win. Like, I don't know what it is about this season that's doing that. I don't know why, but it feels like we're going that direction, and that is because I think DPS are the first ones to get banned. So the good DPS, like the great DPS, like Hela, Hawkeye, Daredevil, they're going to be your first option to ban. You're going to ban Hela because that team up controls the game. And I've made a few videos on how, like, oh, balance is weird, and I think the power creep is intentional. Now, my opinion on that is that the game is still really fun. Even though, like, I'm like, the power creep, I think this is intentional. I think they're power creeping it so that way everyone's broken. And it's kind of working, and so far I'm having fun. But my only problem with it so far is the Hela Namor team up. Because even the Phoenix Wolverine team up doesn't seem that broken. It doesn't really impact me that much in most games. And when we play, it doesn't seem to do much for our Wolverine. But the Hela Namor team up, just the ability to anti pretty much the whole team if they're playing together. If you're playing the game smart and you're playing together, it antis pretty much the whole team on a 20-second cooldown, plus those squids every single time, and plus you're just playing Hela and Namor, which are 2 really good support. 2 really good DPS. So, I don't know. Some of the team ups seem overpowered, but as far as the characters themselves, I don't really see that this is a problem. Every character is just super strong. And I said it in a comment to Wanderer when he asked me what I disagreed with in the video, and I was talking about how the game seems like it's balancing around the ban system. And while I do think that's true, I don't think it's as much of a problem if they are leaning into the power creep. Because here's what I said. If there's 10 characters that people are saying, these are S+ tier, must ban, they should be permabanned. Well, at max you can only ban 4 of them. That leaves 6 left. You could make an entire team comp with that 6. Or, hear me out, that means there's at least 10 of them who aren't S+ tier. At least 10 in like S and A tier. And then if you throw in B tier people for team ups, that leaves a large window of people being viable. And you can even go lower, C or D or F if you want the team up, or if you're playing them in niche scenarios. Like, I think increasing how strong every character in the game is will eventually lead to the point where you can't ban everyone. So depending on what you decide to ban depends on how your game line ends up. If we don't ban Hela, then the enemy team might eventually end up running Hela Namor, and we have to figure out a way around it. There are counters. I've played games where we don't have to go Hela Namor to complete it in this season. Not to complete it, to beat them in this season, which is different from last season and the season before when it was introduced. And so I think that is really cool. Now, as the characters get stronger, it gets to that level. But I don't know if it's good long term. I don't think it is. I think people will get bored, especially if you play one of the characters who gets permabanned. Then, like, I play Penny a lot. I love Penny. I can play the other tanks, but a lot of the times, if I'm playing with my friend and I know he can, like my dance partner on tank, I want to play Penny because I know he can play with me and he can play. We can play around each other. I can stun for him. He can push people into my mines or lead people into them. Like, we can play really well together. And then I can't because Penny gets banned a lot. Even on maps that Penny isn't good on, like, I'll be like, I'll have a Penny. You know, why not? And then Penny will get banned. And I'm like, why did we ban Penny there? One, Penny's not really good, not on attack or defense, because the nests are just too open, too exposed. You can just get seen and shot for so often. But it still gets permabanned because Penny's just really good right now on certain maps and people are afraid of it. And so it's just, that can get really boring. But overall, I think this season is really fun. I think Rogue is really good, really complicated. Not in like it's super hard to use, because I figured out how to use it. I can run like 26 KO games. But trying to min-max and get the most out of it, now that is very hard. Trying to get the most out of the kit, because a lot of the times I will like burn my cooldowns, or I'll just like go in and W key them, and we either win or we lose the fight, but I'm not getting the most out of it, and I can already feel that in how the games are shaping out. But yeah, that's all I wanted. I just want to come in and say I think this season is great. I think it's going to be great looking at the events that they have lined out. I can't wait. I am debating whether to buy Wolf, Captain America Wolf, because I know Captain America and I keep playing him, and I really like playing Captain America, especially since the ult buff. It feels a lot more rewarding to save his ult for bigger moments, because otherwise I would just be popping it every time I got it as our mini support ult to help us win fights. And now I'm like, we have 2 support ults and 1 DPS ult. I'm gonna wait until at least one of our support ults, and then I'll use it, because then when their ult ends, we'll have an extra support ult and they can get their ult back faster. And so that's super cool. I think Cap's really cool. Can't wait to buy the skin. I think this season is great. Can't wait for the winter events to come out. Yeah. That's about it for me today. I'll see ya. Wet Willy.